These five layers are very important. I have already told presentation layer, which will provide the data or convert the data into presentable form. Then the session layer, which will control the session throughout the communication. Then the addresses, port address, logical address, physical address, and above all this layer, we need some graphical user interface which will provided by application layer. And finally, after all this conversion, all this address addition, I will need some physical communication, the direct connection between two devices, either through wire link or wireless link. So I need another layer which is called physical layer. So these are the seven important layers in OSI layer or OSI, sometimes called model. Okay, so these are the seven layers, and remember these layers are in stack form, one after another. Okay, this is sometimes called layered architecture. This is sometimes called layer architecture, layered architecture. Okay, so this layer architecture will provide us all the means provide us all the necessary protocols or rules to transmit one data from one device to another device. Now I will give you example how it will happen, how layer by layer. So remember, the application layer is the only layer which is visible to us and through which we can perform the means this will provide us some user interface, such like when we are writing a email, and then when we are pressing the send button, from that particular moment the data will follow all this layer. So in sender side, the data will go in this order, top to bottom format. In receiver end, so this is in sender end, and in receiver end data will follow in this order. Okay, in receiver end data will follow in this order. Now you may ask, why, sir? When I am giving you example, what is happening? First it will reach the network, then it will reach the device, then it will reach the particular software. So the sequence of these three addresses must be like this: first the software address, then the device address, then the network address. But here the sequence of layers are: first the software address, then the network address, and then the physical address. Now you may ask, or this question may come into your mind, why this sequence is little bit changed at the end? Why not first data link layer, which is providing us the physical or MAC address, which is why this one is coming after the network layer? I will answer this question. Before that, I will give you some example how this thing is happening. So suppose I am writing something in my application layer, that is my GUI, and this is my information A, B, C. Okay. Now, after writing it, whenever I will press the send button, it will reach to the presentation layer. And first, it will convert it into some binary form. It means translation will perform and it will be converted. Suppose it is converted into this one. Okay, then we know it will perform some compression operation, and I already discussed you in the last class that first we have to perform the compression, then the encryption. Why? Because if we perform encryption, first the compression, then encryption, then the overhead in case of encryption will be minimum. Okay, so first I will translate, then I will compress, and then the next thing I will encrypt the data. So after encryption, it may happen that your data is like this. Okay. Now Now it is in presentable form. Your data is now presentable form. Now it will reach to the next layer, which is session layer. And session layer, what will happen in the session layer? I have discussed that it will break the data into smaller parts depending on the maximum transfer you need. If your suppose your capacity, your data size is less than your maximum transfer unit, then no need to break the data into smaller parts. Then you can transmit the data as a single packet. But if your maximum transfer unit is less than your data size, then what you have to do, you have to break your data into smaller parts. Suppose here the maximum transfer unit is 2 bits. So my two different packets will be this one, first packet, and this is the second packet. And the session layer also will provide some checkpoints or some packet number 1, 2. Okay, after the session layer, each and every packet 1, 2, this 2 packet will first come into transport layer. The transport layer will provide the source port address as well as destination port address. Now you can ask me, why is that source port address? The source port address is required because it is a kind of, you can say it is a register poster delivery type of thing. It means when you are transmitting some data, if the destination is not verified or destination is not found, then your data will get back to the original position. So that's why we have to provide the source port address and the destination port address. So what will happen if I add this thing? So your data now, these two things will be added with your original data. So this is source port address, this is destination port address, which is added to your data 1, 1. Similarly, with your data 0, 0, same source port address and destination port address will be added. Okay. In the next layer, the network layer, it will provide, the network layer will provide the source network address and destination network address. Okay. So your source network address and destination network address will be added to both the data parts. Okay, destination network address. Then it will move forward and it will reach to the data link layer where it will provide it with the source MAC address and destination MAC address. So these two addresses also will be added with this source MAC address, destination MAC address to both the data, source MAC address, destination MAC address. Okay. Then after adding all these things, okay, now remember this addresses having some particular format. So I will discuss about this, no problem. So after this data will be physically, so if this is one data, if this is one device, in this device, there are the layers. And remember, this is the physical layer which is actually connected. So this is the sender physical layer, this is the sender physical layer, and this is the receiver physical layer, which are directly connected. So now after this, after adding all this information, this data will be transmitted through this link. And before transmitting the data, it will take care the physical representation of the data. In physical, how physically means I have to convert in some signal. Na? See, when data is inside the computer system, this is inside the computer system. So when data is inside the computer system, it is, you can say it is in digital form, digital data. Correct? When it is coming out from the device, it must be in analog data because I have to transmit it. Okay. So I have to convert the digital data into analog data, and there are some rules, there are some regulations. So we need some physical layer. So remember, application layer at the topmost layer, which is for graphical user interface, and the bottommost layer, which is the physical layer, which is having the direct connection between two devices. And through this physical layer, data will reach into the destination device. So this is a destination device. Now what destination device will do? First it will check whether the destination machine address is matching or not. If destination address is matched, then it will cut this destination address machine address part and send the data into upper layer. So first it will reach the data link layer. Then since this address is matched, it will take the address and it will send the data to its upper layer. In upper layer, it will check whether the destination network address is matched or not. If it is matched, it will take the address and it will send the data to its upper layer. Now it will check whether port address is matched. If port address is matched, it will take the port address part and it will send the data in the upper layer. In session layer, what it will do, it will combined in the destination session layer, it will combine, it will make it the data in sequence and then it will send the data in the presentation layer. In presentation layer, first the decryption, then the decompression, then the retranslation to get the actual data. So in receiver end, the total task is performed in reverse order. Okay. Now the question. Now the question is, I have already told you that why this sequence is like this. Why not first data link, then network? See why. Try to understand. So suppose this is your network. Your network, generally we follow start topology. So in start topology means there will be one switch or hub through which all the devices are connected. So these are the different devices which are connected through this, and this switch or hub actually connect with another network switch or hub where there are many devices. So suppose this is switch 1, this is switch 2. So finally these two switches are connected. There may be another network. So this is another network. There is another switch 3. So this is network 1, network 2, network 3. Okay. So first your data from this device will reach to this switch. Logic clear? First your data will reach from this device to this switch. Now this switch having some physical address. This switch have some physical address or MAC address. So it means in a locality, this physical address or MAC address is very important. So you can say this is a local address. Logic clear? So from this device, first your data will reach to this switch. So that's why in what is the sequence of sender side, receiver side? First it will reach the physical layer, then it will check for the physical address. That's why the data link layer is coming first. From bottom, why data link layer is coming first? Because first I have to overcome the boundary of my network, and the devices which are connected in my network are only known by its local address. I hope you can understand what is the meaning of local address and global address. Local address means, suppose you're in your home, in your locality, your friends. Suppose for my case, in my locality or in my home, everyone know me as my local name, which is Bakpa. But in globally, the name is Hiranmoy. So whenever first you are sending your data, first it has to cross the local boundary. So first it has to reach the local device. Switch is a local device. This local device only know the local name. That's why first the data link address, then it will, if data link address match, then it will send the data to higher layers, means the network layer. So that's why the sequence in this form. First physical, from the bottom side, first physical, then data link, then network, and then transport. Okay. So this is the whole OSI layer: application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. And how to remember these names. And I have already told you this is always in sequence, not in random. You don't name it in random order. You must have to give the sequence. So that's why we always try to remember this. All people seems to need data processing. Okay, so all the first letters, this is application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. Again, application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. All people seems to need data processing. Or you can also remember this also, APS TNDP. APS TNDP. You can also remember this. But remembering this sentence is, I think, much easier. All people seems to need data processing. So all the first letters representing the name of each OSI layer, application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. Okay. Now, see, I am telling you, in case of start topology, we are using one intermediate device. This intermediate device, you have already seen your labs. There is a stack of a, a box like this is installed in your lab, where there are different stack of switches are there, which are always blinking, lights are blinking. So this is the switch stack where different switches are stored to connect with each other. Now this may be hub or switch. Now try to understand the difference between these two. Now remember, this hub is active in physical layer. Hub is active or having only physical layer. So if this is a hub, this is having only the one layer of the OSI model, that is physical layer. This only thing is present in case of a hub. Okay, but if it is a switch, now there are two types of switch. One is having physical layer as well as data link layer. Okay, this is called two-layer switch. This is called two-layer switch, or sometimes called bridge. There is another type of switch which is having three layers: physical, data link, and network. Okay, and this is called three-layer switch, or sometimes called router or router. Okay, now see, these three devices having three different application is one layer switch, or you can say hub, two-layer switch or bridge, three-layer switch or router. Now hub is only active having physical layer. This one having two layers. So first the physical, then the data link. This one having three layers. The bottommost three layers: physical, then data link, and then network. Now see, if you see this picture, this one, so this one, if this is a hub, then what is happening? This one having only the physical layer. It means if this is a hub, device A, B, C are connected. If A want to send a data, to B, what is happening? Since it is hub, it only able to means it cannot distinguish the address. Suppose A is sending a data to B, so it means in source address written A, in destination address written B, but hub is not able to understand the address. Why? Because hub having only physical connection, only physical layer. It don't have the data link layer, so it cannot understand the address. Data link layer is a software which will provide or check the address. But since there is, in case of hub, there is no data link layer, it will not able to distinguish the address. So what it will do, it will repeat the data to each and every device. ধরো এখানে 10টা ডিভাইস আছে, if there are 10 devices connected, then it will repeat the data each and every device except from the incoming part or source. Source বাদ দিয়ে প্রত্যেকটা ডিভাইসকে it will repeat the data. Now the device which is matching with the destination address will capture the data. So B will capture the data. Other devices will reject the data. Okay, but what is happening in case of hub? The problem is your data integrity, data security is not maintained because you have to repeat the data to all the devices. So that is one problem. Logic clear? Why hub is not suitable? Now what is happening in case of, if it is two-layer switch? Two-layer switch means after the physical connection, it is able to understand the data link layer. There is data link layer, so it is able to understand the MAC address. So now this hub is intelligent. It can understand which one is the destination address. If I want to send the data to B, I will send the data through this path. It will not repeat the data to all the paths. It will only send the data through the exact path. That is the advantage of switch or two-layer switch, which is active in physical and data link layer. So two-layer switch is more intelligent than hub. Hub is sometimes also called repeater. It is repeating the signal to each and every device. But switch is intelligent hub, which can understand the destination because it having the data link layer, and it will send the data to the particular device. Okay. Now, in case of three-layer switch, which is generally used in this type of scenario where there are different networks, because it has to understand the particular network. And that's why this type of switch is called router. In your books, you will see that this is written as R. R means, R stands for router. Now in router, it is able to understand the destination network address also. So suppose this is a router and there are two different networks, and in destination networks, it is written N2, so it will send the data to this particular network. So three-layer switch is used as a router where there are different networks connected. If it is a single network, then you are only, if you have hub or two-layer switch, it is enough. Three-layer switch is not required for a single network. But if there are more than one network and you have to transmit data from one network to another network, you must need three-layer switch, or which is called router. Okay. Now I'm asking one simple question. Among this hub and switch, I hope the difference is clear. Which one is faster? Which one is faster? Please give me answer. Which one is faster among this hub and switch? Which one is faster? One problem in case of hub is not maintaining the security of the data. Switch is more secure. Okay, understood. But which one is faster? Please give me answer. Anyone?
Sir, hub হবে?
Why?
Sir, hubে তো কোনো এনক্রিপশন এর কোনো ব্যাপারই নেই, তো ওটার জন্য আলাদা প্রসেসিং হবে না।
দাঁড়াও, এনক্রিপশন কোন লেয়ারে হয়?
এনক্রিপশন তো সুইচে হচ্ছে একটু আধটু।
এনক্রিপশন কোন লেয়ারে হয় আমি বলেছি? প্রেজেন্টেশন লেয়ার,
ফিজিক্যাল লেয়ারে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রেজেন্টেশন লেয়ার। কত লেয়ার তো নেই এখানে।
না স্যার, বলছি যে ওর হাবে তো ডেস্টিনেশন সোর্সটাই তো আমরা জানি না, ও তো সবাইকে পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছে।
ঠিক আছে
सर, क्योंकि हब में सबको ब्रॉडकास्ट कर दे रहा है मैसेज एक ही टाइम पे।
हाँ,
जिसके साथ मैच होगा वो ले लेगा।
সুইচে তো একটাই ডেস্টিনেশন, তো সুইচটাই হবে। তো
কে ফাস্টার?
সুইচটা হবে তো ফাস্টার।
আচ্ছা, সোহেলি বলছে সুইচ ফাস্টার, আর কে জ্যোতিষী, আরেকটা কে ছিল, অরিজিৎ ছিল, অরিজিৎ বলল যে হাব।
হ্যাঁ আমি হাফ বলেছি। আমার
আচ্ছা, আর কেউ?
আবার হতে পারে কেউই ফাস্টার নয়।
আচ্ছা, আর কেউ? এটা হবে না, তাহলে আমি কোশ্চেনটা করতাম না।
ও, তাহলে কেউ একজন ফাস্টার আছে?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আর কেউ? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আমি অ্যান্সারটা দিই। আচ্ছা, ধরো আহ, আমাকে বলা হয়েছে যে তুমি প্রত্যেকটা স্টুডেন্টের আই কার্ড দেখে তারপরে ছাড়বে, মানে তুমি এন্ট্রি দেবে। আর আরেকজনকে বলা হয়েছে তুমি দেখবে যে সে ইউনিফর্মে আছে কিনা। একজনকে বলা হয়েছে ইউনিফর্মে আছে কিনা, আরেকজনকে বলা হয়েছে তুমি ওর আই কার্ড আছে কিনা দেখে ছাড়বে। কে ফার্স্ট কাজ করবে?
ইউনিফর্ম।
ঠিক আছে, আই কার্ডে কেন টাইম বেশি লাগছে?
ওটা তো চেক
কারণ কি
করছে পার
check
পার্সন
করছি।
হিসেবে।
এক্স্যাক্টলি, আমি আই
হ্যাঁ।
কার্ডটা নিয়ে ওর মুখটাকে ম্যাচ করাচ্ছি, দেখছি হ্যাঁ মুখটা ম্যাচ করছে, তারপরে পাঠাচ্ছি। সুইচে কি হচ্ছে, ডেটাটা আসার পরে ও চেক করছে, সুইচ চেক করছে, ওর ডেটা লিঙ্ক লেয়ারে নিয়ে গিয়ে চেক করছে হুইচ ওয়ান ইজ দ্য ডেস্টিনেশন অ্যাড্রেস। সেটা চেক করার পর ও আবার ডেটাটাকে ট্রান্সমিট করছে। তাহলে কোথায় গেলে প্রসেসটা স্লো হয়ে যাবে? সুইচে গেলে স্লো হয়ে যাবে। আর হাবের কাজ কি, যা আসছে ও রিপিট, তো দেখারও দরকার নেই ডেটা আছে কি নেই, কাকে পাঠাচ্ছি কিছু দেখার দরকার নেই। তাহলে হাব হচ্ছে সবসময় ফাস্ট কাজ করবে। সেই জন্য দেখবে অনেক আমরা ইন্টারনেট যে সাইবার ক্যাফেগুলোতে যাই, সেখানে হচ্ছে ওরা ম্যাক্সিমাম হাব ইউজ করে, কারণ হাব খুব ফাস্ট কাজ করে। কিন্তু হাবের প্রবলেম হচ্ছে এটা, যে হাব হচ্ছে ডেটার সিকিউরিটিটাকে মেনটেন করতে পারে না। ডেটাটা সবার কাছেই যায়। এবার কেউ যদি থাকে যে হচ্ছে হ্যাক করতে পারে, বা যার মেন্টালিটি রয়েছে আমি ইন্ট্রুডার হিসেবে ওর ডেটাকে আমি ক্যাপচার করার চেষ্টা করব, মানে যে বসে রয়েছে, মানে ইউ মাস্ট হ্যাভ টু ইন এ লিসেনার মোড। তুমি সবসময় শুনছো কি ডেটা আসছে, ইউ আর ইন এ লিসেনার মোড। whenever you are listening something coming, you will capture it, then you will try to break it. মানে তোমাকে ইউ হ্যাভ টু বি এ হ্যাকার। তোমাকে একটু হ্যাকারের ওই জিনিসগুলো যদি তুমি জানো, তুমি ওই ডেটাটা নিয়ে সেটাকে হচ্ছে ডেটাটাকে এনক্রিপ্ট করে দিলে, ডিক্রিপ্ট করে দিলে, করে তুমি ডেটার ইনফরমেশন। তাহলে সাইবার ক্যাফেতে এই জন্য বলে যে পাসওয়ার্ড এগুলো দিতে গেলে খুব সাবধান, কারণ যদি ওরা হাব ইউজ করে তখন কিন্তু খুব প্রবলেম। এছাড়াও তো তোমরা জানো এখন কি লগর অনেক কিছু তোমার রয়েছে, যে সফটওয়্যার দিয়ে ইজিলি তোমার সব ডেটাই ওরা ক্যাচ করতে পারে। কিন্তু তাও সুইচ ইজ মোর সিকিউর দ্যান হাব, but switch is slower than hub. Is it clear?
স্যার
হুম,
স্যার ওই যে হোটেলে যে রেস্টুরেন্টসে যে ফ্রি ওয়াইফাই অ্যাক্সেসটা দেয়, ওটাও তো হাবই তো এক ধরনের।
ওখানে দেখো, ওখানে ওরা তো প্রথমে হচ্ছে একটা ওদের ওয়াইফাই কানেকশন রয়েছে, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ।
সেই কানেকশনটার থেকে তারপরে ওরা কি করে, একটা হাব বা একটা রাউটার কিছু একটাতে কানেক্ট করে, ঠিক আছে? এবার সেটা যদি 3 লেয়ার হয়, যদি ওটা 3 লেয়ার হয় তাহলে সিকিউর, কিন্তু যদি হাব হয় তাহলে কিন্তু সিকিউর নয়, রিস্ক। সেটা আমাদের
আর স্যার আরেকটা কোশ্চেন,
হ্যাঁ বলো।
আরেকটা, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে বলুন। আরেকটা কোশ্চেন স্যার, ওই যে এখন জিও গিগা ফাইবার বেরিয়েছে না, ওই
হ্যাঁ,
ল্যাম্প পোস্টে দেখছি এক একটা জিওর নিজস্ব একটা মেশিন আছে, ওইগুলো কি ব্রিজ নাকি এক একটা?
দেখো, ব্রিজ হতে পারে, ওটা রাউটারও হতে পারে, মানে আমি দেখিনি। তো ওই জাতীয় ডিভাইস যেগুলো হচ্ছে কানেক্ট করছে, এই মেনলি এই 3 ধরনের ডিভাইস দিয়ে আমরা কানেক্ট করি, একটা হাব, একটা 2 লেয়ার সুইচ ব্রিজ, আর একটা হচ্ছে 3 লেয়ার সুইচ রাউটার। এবার যদি দেখো, দামের ডিফারেন্স খুব একটা বেশি নেই, এটা তো তুমি বুঝতেই পারছো। যেটা 3 লেয়ার সুইচ সেটা 1 লেয়ারে কাজ করবে, 2 লেয়ারেও করবে, 3 লেয়ারেও করবে।
হ্যাঁ।
তাহলে আমার যদি দামের বেশি ডিফারেন্স না হয়, তাহলে 3 লেয়ার সুইচ ইউজ করাই ভালো। বুঝতে পারলাম তো, সব কাজে আমি পরে ইউজ করতে পারবো, এই হচ্ছে লজিকটা।
বুঝলাম।
ঠিক আছে, তাহলে
কারণ ওখান থেকেই কানেক্টিভিটি হিসেবে ওরা রাউটার এনে করে দেয়।
হ্যাঁ,
যখন
ওটা একটা জাংশন বক্স, যেখান থেকে ওরা কানেকশন গুলো দিচ্ছে। তো জেনারেলি ওখানে ওরা সুইচ একটা করে লাগায়, যে সুইচ থেকে ডেটাগুলোকে
ব্রিজ,
ব্রিজ
ব্রিজই হবে।
ব্রিজ বলতে পারো, আবার রাউটারও হতে পারে। আমি যে বললাম এই যে দামের ডিফারেন্স থাকে না খুব একটা বলে, ওরা ভাবে হায়ার লেয়ারটা কেনাই ভালো। সব কাজই হবে।
হ্যাঁ আম্বানি তো যা ইচ্ছাই করতে পারে বলা যায়।
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, তাহলে অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স দিয়ে দিয়েছো তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স দেওয়া হয়ে আছে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আমি এখানে আজকে স্টপ করছি।
স্যার আমি আগের মিটিংটাতে দিয়েছি, আগের
হ্যাঁ
মিটিংয়ে
ঠিক আছে, তাহলেই হবে, তাহলেই হবে, ঠিক আছে, তাহলেই হবে। ওকে।